David Paul Brown, better known on YouTube as Boyinaband, is an English musician and content creator. At the height of his career, his channel featured high-profile collaborations and music videos that racked up hundreds of millions of views. He was widely admired across the platform, a respected figure among fans and fellow creators alike, but that public image would shift dramatically after a series of allegations surfaced. Since then, Dave has vanished from YouTube without explanation. His silence has left the community asking, what happened to Boyinaband, and how did a celebrated creator fall so far from grace? David Paul Brown was born in August 1987 in Telford, England. David also has a younger sister named Hannah, who is 2 years his junior and known online by her YouTube alias, White English Girl. During his childhood, Dave relocated to the United Arab Emirates, where he spent his formative years before returning to the UK as a teenager. The reasons behind both moves remain unknown. Reflecting on his time in the UAE, Dave described his upbringing as sheltered and challenging, noting that completing day-to-day tasks such as schoolwork often felt overwhelming.
I was in the United Arab Emirates, where Dubai is, for instance. I went to school in Dubai and I had quite a sheltered life while I was there. My life consisted of basically school and video games at that point. I worked really hard on doing the best I could at my homework. An average day for me would have been wake up at 5 AM in the morning, 2 hours bus journey to school, which was not pleasant. School through until 3 PM, 2 hours back, then at least 2 hours of homework before I video gamed and then slept. And that was about it, and the vast majority was just work.
During his time in school in the UK, Dave developed a deep frustration with the education system, criticizing it as largely irrelevant to most students, reflecting that the curriculum left him feeling as though his childhood had been wasted. After graduating high school, Dave enrolled at college to study computer games design and programming. During his time at college, Dave began growing out his hair, a style that would become a signature part of his identity. As a child, Dave found the experience of haircuts deeply uncomfortable. This aversion eventually led him to stop getting haircuts entirely. Over time, his long hair became more than just a stylistic choice. It evolved into a quiet form of resistance and personal empowerment, allowing him to assert control over his appearance and express himself in a way that felt authentic. In 2007, Dave became a member of the band You and What Army, which quickly built a reputation performing across clubs, bars, and small venues. In that same year, Dave launched the Boyinaband channel, originally intended as a platform to promote his band. He began by uploading tutorials focused on music production softwares like Reason.
Oh, hi guys, I'm Dave from Boyinaband.com. Well, I say guys, apparently 20% of my viewers are girls, so to them, hey ladies, welcome to my studio. Well, I say my studio. It is like any self-respecting studio, an absolute mess. This is my real studio.
In addition to uploading tutorials on Reason, Dave began regularly posting skits and opinionated videos on the music industry. Over the following years, this diverse content helped him steadily build an audience and grow the Boyinaband channel into a recognizable name. Coming back to Dave's band, You and What Army, the group began working on their debut EP, Soundtrack to the Apocalypse, produced by Dave himself, and released in 2009. This was followed in 2010 by the next EP, The End of the Beginning, which helped them gain momentum and secure slots at major festivals such as Sonisphere and Download. In that same year, the band earned a major breakthrough by winning the Red Bull Bedroom Jam competition. Their final EP, You and What Army, released in 2012, after which live performances ceased. The band shifted focus to a full-length studio album initially slated for a 2013 release. However, in 2014, they announced via Facebook that the project had been cancelled due to an unexpected breakup, the reasons for which remain undisclosed. Good evening all. I doubt this will come as much of a shock, but You and What Army are no more, for now at least. We haven't performed since playing Download Festival 2012, and in this time we have only got together a handful of times. I'm sure something can and will happen in the future, but we're leaving the door open. So really, you might say we're on a hiatus. Despite the band's breakup, Dave continued building momentum through his YouTube channel. In May 2013, before the band's departure, he collaborated with YouTuber Vila Music, a Canadian singer, to create a track titled Pop Song Made in a Day. As the name suggests, the pair composed and produced the entire song within a single day.
Yo, we up in this club, we gonna get drunk, girls shake them arms, them lovely lady lungs, so put your hands up in the air, bottles popping everywhere, welcome here and bring your friend, my hotel room, let's have some fun, come on.
The video gained significant traction, helping propel Dave's channel to 100,000 subscribers by July of that year. In 2014, Dave began pivoting his channel toward topics surrounding mental health. His empathetic approach resonated deeply with a teenage audience who saw their own struggles reflected in his words. Unlike many creators at the time, Dave was unapologetically open about his personal experiences, sharing his battles with depression and burnout. This transparency fostered a sense of connection and trust, helping build a community that valued both creative expression and emotional support.
You're obviously very confident on stage and stuff. Are there areas in life where you feel less confident?
I'm rarely happy.
No, is that true? Are you rarely happy?
Unless I'm maintaining a kind of exponential level of success, I'm very rarely happy.
Dave expanded his focus on mental health by collaborating with YouTuber Emma Blackery on a remix of her song The Promise, a song centered on mental health struggles and the challenges surrounding them. Through projects like this, Dave reinforced his role as a vocal advocate for emotional well-being, using music not just as an expression but as a powerful form of outreach to those grappling with similar issues. In February 2015, Dave's channel saw a dramatic surge in popularity following the release of his song Don't Stay in School, driven by his long-standing frustration with the education system. He wrote and produced the song as a direct critique of its shortcomings. The song highlights the disconnect between what students are commonly taught, such as dissecting frogs and solving quadratic equations, and the essential life skills often overlooked, including how to pay taxes, understanding human rights, and navigating political systems. The song's viral success caught the attention of major YouTube channels, including the Fine Bros, who featured it in their Parents React to Don't Stay in School video, further amplifying its reach. Parents and teachers also responded to the song, with many publicly challenging Dave's perspective and expressing disagreement with the points he raised.
Other people would say that the school is for academics and the responsibility lies with the parents for life lessons and things of that nature. Do you agree with that statement?
I think it's a partnership.
I think it could be a balance to it. You can't just let the school teach them everything.
So what about people who don't have parents? Or people whose parents were not taught because they were in the same crappy education system growing up? You can't rely on parents at all in any way. You gotta make sure that the people who don't have parents who care are also taken care of.
The song's impact was so significant that schools across the UK addressed it during student assemblies, reflecting just how deeply its message resonated and sparked conversation in 2015.
A load of students from my school had been sharing and posting your video Don't Stay in School. It actually got sent round on email to a couple of teachers and it got noticed by them. We've had assemblies and we've talked about it in forums. The lyrics have been sent around to everyone. We've even had proper discussions discussing what we want to sort out, what we want to substitute. It's not got to the point where we've said we're going to make lessons not compulsory or anything, but we've talked about having days where we learn about certain things. Like we had a sex and relationships day where we had workshops about parenting, and it was really good.
As of 2025, the video holds 48 million views. In the wake of his viral song, Dave returned in March 2015 with a video reflecting on his recent collaboration with YouTubers Minx and the now disgraced Cryotic. The song served as an awareness piece highlighting the prejudice and rejection that many LGBT youth face from their parents due to religious beliefs or homophobia. Shortly after its release, Dave stepped away from YouTube for several months, returning in July with a video titled I Hate Myself. Dave opened up about the difficulties he faced in staying motivated and productive following the overwhelming success of his viral song. His mental health had deteriorated to the point where he developed intense self-loathing. Concerned for his well-being, his family encouraged him to seek professional help, a recommendation he eventually followed by starting therapy.
The next day I released Don't Stay in School and it did incredibly well, but that type of content is so draining and difficult to make. It was really hard to follow up on it. And what it feels like is like this physical sickness that just pushes me away from even thinking about doing something. It's not a conscious, this is why I don't want to do it, and logic doesn't seem to affect it. Usually what drives me in the past has been hating myself so much that I push through that even though it makes me feel sick, which doesn't sound very healthy at all. Eventually, my sister and mom suggested that I see a therapist, which I have never done before, and it felt a bit weird, but I wasn't against it, so Sure, why not?
Dave's final upload in 2015 was a reaction video of the Fine Bros, after which he vanished from the internet for nearly a year. It wasn't until August 2016 that he resurfaced with a comeback song titled I'm Not Dead, marking his return and re-engagement with his audience. Through its lyrics, he explored themes of depression, burnout, and isolation, reflecting on his inability to create, feelings of guilt for withdrawing from friends, and the crushing pressure to live up to expectations. After nearly a year of inactivity, Dave regained the motivation to create, emerging from burnout with a renewed drive. He returned to uploading regularly on his channel, steadily rebuilding his presence. By January 2017, his efforts peaked in a major milestone. The Boyinaband channel had officially reached 1 million subscribers.
1 freaking million! Oh my god! Oh my freaking god! That's so cool! That is so cool. Just freaking. I thought I wouldn't have any reaction at all, but Jesus Christ. Well, not any reaction, but like nothing this. Oh, it feels so intense.
This was also around the time Dave got involved in his first YouTube drama. Prince E is a motivational speaker and YouTuber known for his videos that tackle topics like self-development and social change. Prince E's channel has amassed over 6 million subscribers, but in 2016 he found himself at the center of controversy after several commentary channels criticized his content. In June 2016, Prince E released a video titled You Are Not Depressed, Stop It, in which he shared his perspective on overcoming depression. The video sparked backlash, notably from Boyinaband, who responded in October with a video titled Don't Trust Prince E diss track. In his response, Boyinaband heavily criticized Prince E's approach, arguing that he lacked understanding of the complexities surrounding mental health and depression.
See, you are the sky. Depression, frustration, sadness, these are passing clouds. They come, they go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there. No, depression does not always go. See, it looks like you're mixing up this Wikipedia page with this one. Depressed can be a mood, like sadness or frustration, but depressed can also refer to major depressive disorder. A mental disorder people are genetically predisposed to.
Boyinaband continued to call out Prince E, accusing him of spreading misinformation across his channel. In response, he began addressing and correcting the inaccurate claims directly.
Studies show the attention span of the average adult today is 1 second lower than that of a goldfish.
Now this struck me as absolute crap, and it turns out that's because it's absolute crap. The closest I could find to a source that he might be referencing was a marketing brochure saying, the average time a user spends to digest information has decreased significantly over the past 12 years, from 12 seconds in 2000 to 8 seconds in 2012. Less than the average attention span of a goldfish. And after hours of searching, I couldn't find the actual study at all. But even if we put aside for the moment the fact that he's citing a study that doesn't seem to exist, it still means absolutely bugger all. Because the study measured how long internet users spent on each page before moving on to the next one. It might show that websites load faster now, or that there's more crap on the internet that we have to wade through before finding the good stuff. But it does not show that people are incapable of paying attention to important messages.
The video then concluded with a diss track aimed at Prince E. A couple weeks after Dave's video was uploaded, it was removed following a copyright strike issued by an account named Base79, the network representing Prince E at the time. What stood out to Dave was that other creators like Leafy Is Here had released videos criticizing Prince E too, yet their content remained untouched.
Well, recently I just started getting a bunch of tweets from people saying they couldn't access the video where I called him out. And after checking my email, sure enough, I had got a copyright strike. If I go to the video, it says it's from Base79, who, if we check Social Blade, are sure enough Prince E's network. If the Leafy Prince E video wasn't taken down, and it was literally just making fun of his style, then why would my video be taken down? The only reason I can think of is that someone got worried that someone would see the research I did in my video and realize Prince E was doing dodgy things.
Dave wrapped up the video by disputing the copyright claim, ultimately leading to the video's reinstatement on his channel. The situation sparked backlash against Prince E, which he embarrassingly addressed in a follow-up video titled Responding to My Haters. In the video, he presented himself as the victim and dismissed critics like Dave as simply just being jealous of his success.
And then this other dude, Boyinaband, who spent over a month making a video and producing a song about me. At first I thought, hey man, maybe this guy's trying to give me some feedback, some constructive criticism. You know, we spoke briefly via email, but something still didn't sit right with me. If you wanted to give me constructive criticism, why not send me an email, shoot me a message? You said in the video you like what I do, but you don't like what I do. You said that to pad your jealousy and hate towards me. Because if you liked what I do, then you would have tailored the video around your support and included how I can adjust the things that you disagree with. Why not bring me up instead of pull me down? Because you'd rather push out drama and negativity to get views and money.
Prince E eventually took down the video following more backlash. Moving on, Dave's subscriber count continued to climb further thanks to more collaborations with YouTubers like Dan Bull, Rumi, Max Mofo, solidifying his status as a fast-rising figure in the online music and commentary space. Although in 2017, Dave found himself entangled in online controversy following a collaboration with iDubbbz. Like many creators on the platform, Dave eventually found himself swept into YouTube drama, though in this case he chose to get involved. Commentary YouTuber iDubbbz, known for his content cop expose videos on Keemstar, Leafy Is Here, and Tana Mojo, was preparing a video against RiceGum, a Los Angeles-based vlogger whose online persona revolved around flashy displays of wealth and an arrogant attitude. iDubbbz had numerous criticisms of RiceGum's content, prompting plans for a content cop video. So what was Boyinaband's involvement with the drama? RiceGum had built much of his popularity through diss tracks targeting other YouTubers, including his infamous Jake Paul diss track titled It's Every Night Sis. Wanting to mirror that style, iDubbbz decided to close his video with a diss track, but lacking the musical skills to produce one, he reached out to Dave for help. Not only did Dave agree to assist with writing and producing, he also featured in the track itself, marking a unique and deliberate crossover into the commentary scene. Prior to the release of the content cop, Dave uploaded a behind-the-scenes video detailing the creation of the diss track, from brainstorming lyrics to selecting the beat and handling production. The video amassed over 10 million views, significantly boosting Dave's channel at a time when iDubbbz was widely regarded as one of the most respected voices in the commentary community.
I wanna be gay.
Holy shit, can you imagine?
The first thing people hear.
That has some serious punch. And it's the exact opposite of all of his openings. That would be really good.
I wanna be gay, cause you're fucking, I want a smile on my face.
I want to be gay. It's like a desperation.
Dave's last video of 2017, uploaded in October, was a skit that initially led viewers to believe he was issuing an apology to RiceGum. However, the twist revealed he was actually addressing a playful jab he had made about Casey Neistat's tattoos. Following the upload, Dave once again stepped away from the internet, remaining inactive until April 2018, when he returned with a noticeably updated physical appearance. In his next video, Dave explained his extended absence from the internet, attributing it to a period of severe depression.
And yes, the reason I've been quiet on here for about 6 months is because, and I do have permission from iDubbbz to resurrect this meme, okay?
I have crippling depression.
But seriously, I was brutally sad for many months. And when I say crippling depression, I mean it literally, in that there were some times when I couldn't bring myself to move because of what my brain was telling itself.
In 2018, Dave headed to California for VidCon, where he connected with a wide range of fellow YouTubers and began laying the groundwork for future musical collaborations. His first collaboration was with animation channel Jaden Animations, and together they released a song titled Empty, which has since been made private. The song Empty was a raw and emotionally intense portrayal of Jaden's personal struggle with anorexia and bulimia. Moved by a video Jaden had released about her experience with eating disorders, Dave, who had seen similar struggles in those close to him, reached out to her directly. He asked if she'd be open to collaborating on a song that could reflect and resonate with those experiences, something Jaden agreed to. The lyrics dove into the mental and physical toll of eating disorders, highlighting intrusive thoughts, body dysmorphia, and the deceptive sense of control that comes with restriction. Like with iDubbbz, Dave uploaded a behind-the-scenes video of the making of Empty in June.
This ordeal is becoming routine. Check. Arms, neck, back. Routine. Check. Arms, back, neck, thighs. Suck it in and pinch my sides.
I like this. This is coming across intense.
It all comes down to numbers. I know it's wrong, but just because you know you're colorblind doesn't mean you can see the colors.
In the following month, Dave returned with another behind-the-scenes video, this time teaming up with another animator, The Odd Ones Out, also known as James. Together they produced an animated track called Life is Fun, where James took on the role of the relentlessly cheerful optimist, while Dave played the part of the blunt realist, cutting in with harsh truths. The song humorously tackled topics like growing up, financial stress, mental health, and the unfairness of life, all wrapped up in an upbeat tune. As of 2025, it stands as The Odd Ones Out's most watched video, racking up 180 million views. Dave stepped away from YouTube yet again, one of several hiatuses throughout his career, before returning in March 2019 with what would become his most high-profile music collaboration to date, a joint project with PewDiePie. In October 2018, PewDiePie dropped dropped a diss track aimed at T-Series, an Indian music label whose rapidly growing YouTube channel threatened his reign as the platform's most subscribed creator. At the time, PewDiePie was the most subscribed YouTuber, long before MrBeast would eventually surpass him. As T-Series closed in, the rivalry sparked a viral wave of content and memes, most notably the #SubscribeToPewDiePie campaign. Creators across YouTube rallied behind Felix, encouraging fans to help him stay ahead, with the movement growing so large it inspired public parades in places like Estonia. Words barely do justice to how massive the Subscribe to PewDiePie meme was, as it skyrocketed Felix's channel from 67 million to 95 million subscribers in just a few months. Despite the overwhelming support, T-Series' rise was unstoppable, and the meme eventually began attracting degenerates who took it too far. As the campaign started spiraling beyond its original intent, PewDiePie decided to bring an end to the meme. He came up with the idea of releasing a song congratulating T-Series on overtaking him. And when it came to turning that concept into reality, he reached out to none other than Boyinaband, setting the stage for one of Dave's most high-profile collaborations. The track also included YouTuber Rumi. The song served as a tribute to T-Series, congratulating them on surpassing PewDiePie while playfully jabbing at the company's controversial past. The video went on to become PewDiePie's second most viewed upload, racking up at over 200 million views. Around this time, music YouTuber Shonalika released a diss track titled Dissing My Ex, revealing that Boyinaband was her former boyfriend. In the song, she criticized his collaborations with creators like PewDiePie and iDubbbz, accusing him of hypocrisy for publicly branding himself as politically correct while aligning himself with controversial figures.
But I guess it's not my place, so baby doll, I don't wanna make you sad, but platforming the alt-right is really, really bad, and thanks for your opinion, end of conversation, and after that you were even more mysteriously silent.
The track received hate from Dave's audience, backlash that ultimately led Shonalika to delete the video. At its peak, Dave's channel reached 3 million subscribers. Following the release of Congratulations, he continued uploading regularly until December 2019, which would mark his final post. As months passed without updates, many fans assumed he was once again grappling with mental health challenges that led to another hiatus. He remained completely absent throughout 2020, with his only appearance that year being in December, portraying Harry Potter in a Lego-themed rap battle against Luke Skywalker on the channel Epic Rap Battles. A month prior to the rap battle video, Dave stated on Twitter, "I'm trying some new meds and I think they might be working. Escitalopram, I think Lexapro in USA. 4 weeks in, these meds have made me more open to risk. I tell people things just to do things without filters stopping me. It's scary. I feel like I'm going to say something stupid or hurtful any minute, but I'm happier." Dave next expanded on this tweet by posting on his community posts, "I mentioned on Twitter I'm trying some new meds. They were initially good, then things got really tough. A lot of confusing and varied thoughts and emotions. My psych suggested I increase the dose, so I've just done that today. 15 milligrams escitalopram, now up from 10 milligrams. I'm trying to let myself get my hopes up. Maybe part of my depression has been denying myself anticipation of happiness. I used to stop myself if I noticed I was getting excited about something prematurely, but that hope came effortlessly in the first month of the 10 milligram meds. Now that's faded, it takes energy I don't have much of. I slept through 2 therapy appointments. Sleeping pattern has been the past month. This week I didn't sleep through it. I click with my therapist, which apparently is one of the best scientific identifiers of a therapist being effective according to her. It's hard to know whether it's helping at the moment, since I assume everyone is feeling brutally lonely right now. Maybe there's just no way for most people to be mentally healthy in a pandemic. I'm really going against my instinct to post this. Right now I'm really closed off, not talking to almost anyone for a while. I don't feel like I have the energy for it. It feels weird talking about this hopefully and publicly without being fixed. I just know reading things like this on Reddit, etc., that are so blunt about mental health experiences encourage me to actually try therapy/meds in the first place and help with persisting for longer. Statistically, they are worth trying properly, so what I'm really saying is, should I take the meds all in one day to speed up the effect? Dave then posted a poll asking his subscribers whether he should take all of his medication at once, a troubling and risky suggestion that alarmed many viewers. The overwhelming majority voted against it, recognizing the serious danger behind the question. Concern quickly spread throughout the community, with fans expressing heightened concern for his well-being, believing his mental health had declined even further. After a period of silence, Dave resurfaced briefly on Twitter on December 31st, sharing a post about his former band, You and What Army. "I literally just remembered I used to self-harm like every night for years while listening to painfully loud music. I think I blanked it out. I wrote a song straightforwardly saying I used to scrape my fingernails across my chest, and my original bandmates made fun of me for it. They let me play it live several times and they mocked me after. I felt so embarrassed and emasculated and lonely. I think I didn't wear ear protection during hundreds of live performances because I wanted to hurt myself. Music hurt, so did volume. Fans quickly rallied around Dave after he shared a difficult period he experienced during band rehearsals. Their support was immediate and heartfelt as concern for his well-being continued to grow. His final appearance on social media came in April 2021 when he posted one last photo to his Instagram marking the end of his online presence. The disappearance of Boyinaband was widely assumed to be linked to Dave's efforts to prioritize his mental health, as he offered no updates or public insights into his personal life during that time. However, his absence would later be overshadowed by the emergence of several serious allegations made against him, further deepening the uncertainty surrounding his departure from the public eye. In October 2022, a Reddit post began gaining widespread attention after it accused Dave of engaging in years of abusive behavior toward his former ex-girlfriends. According to the author, the post was intended to reach Dave's family in hopes of intervening and putting an end to the alleged misconduct. The post stated, "David is now a 35-year-old polyamorous man with over a decade of provable history of dating girls much younger than him, including his highly gullible, obsessive young fans. As you know, he once dated Rachel, who was 17 when he was 23. Rachel was a fan of his band and fell in love with him when she was just 15 years old. David ended up hitting her and telling that to at least 2 of his future girlfriends, which we can also prove. Let us add that this relationship in many countries would be considered as pedophilia. There are 2 videos on his channel that include 17-year-old Rachel. In one, he brags about waking up next to her. In the second, he makes her sing a song with the following lyrics, "Take me without my consent." He has a pattern of preying on his young fans after they admire him and write to him on his social media. He starts to date them. He then tells them how much he loves them, that they are replaceable, and finally discards them for new ones as soon as they disagree or refuse to do whatever he wants. Most of those encounters include him renting an Airbnb to be with those girls for a few weeks and discarding them. He's a file. It's sickening, especially considering that he dedicated his career to helping struggling young people and ended up harming many of them. Many of his past partners ended up in years of therapy due to the trauma caused by David. YouTuber Jimmy Robbins looked into the allegations by turning to the Wayback Machine, an internet archive tool, where he uncovered an old blog post from Dave. In it, Dave had made comments like partying with Rachie for her 18th, and after just over a year of being together, Rachie is finally able to drink. Videos from the Boyinaband channel resurfaced in which Dave casually referenced Rachel, at one point even referring to her as his lady friend.
Big thanks to my lady friend Rachel for providing the cheesy vocals on this one. I think I really excelled on the lyrics on it. But yeah, thanks to Rachie for helping out with the vocals and lyrics on this one. Check out her website, revisewithrachie.com, if you happen to be interested in learning psychology, since that's what she teaches on her site. Different voices react differently to different techniques, so don't expect everything that works on Rachie's voice to work on yours or your vocalists. While the resurfaced content strongly suggested that Dave and Rachel were in a relationship, it did not provide any evidence to substantiate claims of abuse. While their relationship was technically legal, it raised serious moral concerns. What added further controversy to their relationship was Rachel's collaboration with Dave on a song where she sang the lyric, "Take me without my consent."
Take me without my consent. Take me without my consent.
The Reddit post next brought up Dave's tweets talking about how he used to self-harm, stating, "He acts similarly with his friends, treating them badly as replaceable, lying about them to make himself look good or to get what he wants. For example, when after having no contact for more than a decade with his bandmates, out of the blue he tweeted that they used to ignore his self-harm, which was a lie, confirmed and confronted by his bandmates on Twitter and on Reddit years ago. Darren admitted that they talked after and both apologized, but Dave never acknowledged that and left that tweet on his front page for almost 2 years now, sending his Twitter mob on his past friends who have normal lives. And Dave got thousands of sympathy tweets from young girls that strongly relate to the problems of self-harm. He does things like that to get attention and pity all the time." A Reddit user named Armahillo responded to this section of the post, claiming to have once been close friends with Dave and vouching for its contents. He recalled letting Dave film videos like Toaster 2014 in his own living room and shared that Dave eventually cut ties with him without explanation. Armahillo also mentioned that that Dave had mistreated YouTuber Dan Bull, though he didn't elaborate, saying it was Dan's story to tell. The only piece of evidence supporting Armahillo's connection to Dave is an Instagram post from 2015, which features Dave in a photo suggesting the two may have had a personal relationship at the time, yet no substantial evidence of mistreatment was presented. The Reddit post continued with, he has a pattern of dating and sleeping with a specific group of girls, younger, most of his recent girlfriends were 10 or more years younger than him, over whom he has power and control and who are never his equals. What we mean by that is young poor girls, often students with no big careers yet, whom he can impress by his success and money. He exclusively chooses girls with a vast gap in money and influence so he can manipulate and mold them. Most of them were too scared to speak about it due to this reason. His preferences also include a physical superiority over his partners, looking very young, pre-adolescent, usually very skinny, and if not, he encourages them to lose weight, calling them lazy and disgusting. That's from a man who made a song with Jaden Animations to help girls with anorexia. He coerced multiple young girls into being polyamorous, even if it was something they had never considered before him. He advertises it as a superior way of living, which is highly inappropriate if not abusive. He tells his partners that they're replaceable, disappears if they don't do anything he wants, and treats them with zero empathy. They mean nothing to him outside of his pleasure, his wants, and his entertainment. When girls want to leave, he either blocks them before they can confront him, or uses his depression and suicidality as cards to force them to stay until he gets bored of them. The accusation came as a shock to many, especially given Dave's history of creating content aimed at supporting young people. However, no evidence was presented in the Reddit post to support this claim, leaving it unverified. In fact, the main issue with the Reddit post was its lack of concrete evidence to support most of the claims. The only detail it established was that Dave had been in a relationship with a 17-year-old while he was 23, something highly morally questionable despite being legal. Allegations of physical and mental abuse were presented without verifiable proof, even though the post claimed otherwise. One of Dave's alleged former friends did claim to have been mistreated, but this was a lone account without additional corroboration. The post's evidence consisted mostly of screenshots from supposed conversations between his ex-partners discussing the abuse, yet they were completely unreliable as they could have potentially been altered. What also doesn't help this post is that all of the alleged victims remained anonymous. The Reddit post then closed off with, "Again, we are sorry that you had to read it. We are not his haters, not witch hunters, and not strangers. We don't want anything. We're not interested in being associated with him in any way. All we want to do is to warn his young fans about what can happen to them. Like you, we used to care about him, but he has to be stopped. Ours and yours enabling of this has to stop. He needs to face himself and meet the responsibility for the people he hurt before even more young girls get severely damaged, which they will then carry for the rest of their lives. Depression cannot be used as an excuse to treat people this way. Treating any human being this way is inexcusable. Nobody has been left by him unharmed." Dave never issued a public response to any of the allegations, leaving many to speculate about his silence. As serious claims circulated, including accusations of abuse and questions about his past relationship with a 17-year-old, his continued absence only fueled further curiosity and concern. Some viewed his silence as suspicious, while others argued that remaining quiet doesn't necessarily imply guilt. Still, given the gravity of the allegations, many felt a response would have been important. It's now been over 5 years since his last upload, and it's unclear whether he will ever return. Historically, Dave has taken extended breaks to focus on his mental health, and with the weight of such intense scrutiny, a comeback seems increasingly unlikely. The combination of public pressure and personal struggles appears to have kept him offline, perhaps indefinitely. Interestingly, the song Dave collaborated on with Jaden Animations was removed around the same time the allegations against him began gaining attention. As of 2025, the Boyinaband channel has faded into silence, a once celebrated space now left behind. Sadly, what lingers in public memory isn't the music or collaborations that once drew praise from fellow creators and fans, but rather the serious allegations and unsettling details surrounding Dave's past relationships. Someone who was previously admired in the YouTube scene is now viewed through a far more critical and uneasy lens. Hey guys, it's Kluster. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and as always, hopefully this doesn't get copyright striked again, join the Clown Empire.